Hello, people of the internet. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and happy Thursday to you all, or happy whatever day of the week it is when you are watching this. I've got very small amount of time today to squeeze in one more thing to catch up on. And well, I've been meaning to catch up with this one for a very long time because it's been out for a very long time. In fact, it's been out for over 2 months. But well, being an Ujung myself, been around since like properly following them probably since the beginning of their 10-member lineup, which makes me sad because I don't think I ever got to truly appreciate 13-member Ujusonya. But besides the point, it feels like it has been an eternity since we've had Ujusonya music. I know they've popped up on occasion through OST Saturdays, like Yeonjung doing OSTs. I feel like Dayoung's done an OST or two. Yorum's done some OSTs. Luda's been involved with stuff we've done an OST Saturday. But we haven't had a proper musical release in relation to Ujusonya in a long time. Apart from Seola's solo debut, which I have been really excited to check out on camera. I know the title track somewhat well. I don't think I've really listened to it all that much since it came out. The day it dropped, though, I listened to it a whole lot. But I haven't listened to the rest of the album. So, I'm going to be checking out the entirety of the Inside Out album that Miss Seola dropped alongside the title track's MV for Without You. I'm very excited to jump into it. This has been one of my favorite debuts from a soloist this year, and there have been a lot of really good solo debuts this year. Hers still sits pretty high up there, so let's go check it out one time. Let's enjoy some good music and just share some good vibes, shall we? Here we go! There was an event for this when on Superstar Starship, of course, when it released, because Starship artists and stuff. So I remember playing through Without You, and so I know like the first verse somewhat well, but apart from that, not really. Not very well versed in this as I would like. I'm gonna take the time today to, of course, go through it. I'm gonna go through the title track, kind of treat this as like an album listen in a way. So we'll go through credits and stuff, and then just go song by song. Timeline's gonna show you what we're doing, and yeah, 3-track album. So we'll quickly go through them. Track number 1, Without You, the title track, spelled with the letter U, which I believe was the same as Yuju's the title track from Yuju's album, Without You, which was also a tremendously good song. So another song titled Without You going up there. Could be onto something. But lyrics by Jingi of Full Bloom and Miss Seola herself. That's very cool. Glad that she got to get involved with it. Composition, Gloryface, Jingi, and Woojin all from Full Bloom, and Gloryface and Woojin from Full Bloom on arrangements. Very cool that she got a music team to go kind of work through most of the album. Pretty cool. Anyways. There we go. So the first verse I'm very familiar with. I still remember first time listening to it and hearing her voice kind of echo in like that. Oh my, or reverb in. Oh. I love that she leads in with the acoustic element here too, with the guitar, and then get a little electric with it. That separating vocal background too. Oh, this chorus gets me every time, man. It's so nice. Without you. this is about the extent of what I can like confidently say I've listened to. Oh, interesting. Straight back into the electric guitar part. This song is written so well. It suits her voice and her vocal range so well. This showcases so many different styles of Seola's vocals all in one package. The fact that this chorus, at least the first half of it, is almost kind of entirely background or ad-lib vocals is so cool to me. It's so different. Straight into the bridge, okay. Oh, and back to the intro motif. No, not quite. Interesting that she's now playing like he is both kind of figures in the MV now. That's very interesting. Oh, Miss Seola, you did not have to. Oh, that's so clean. That's so nice. Okay, the full thing, very much worth it. Very much worth it indeed. Hey, for me, I've played through the first verse a handful of times on Superstar Starship, but the fact that that vibe, the bop factor, if you will, continues throughout the entire song is just perfect for me. That's very nice. How many songs titled Without You have I now like added into the K-pop obsessions list now? Because there's an NCT U song with Taeil, Doyoung, and Jaehyun called Without You, I think. Yuju's title from her second EP is Without You. Seola's debut title is Without You. All three of them have been like binge listen levels for me recently. Well, Without You, or Seola's Without You is going to join that list now. Oh, that's very nice. But the main detail for me with this song specifically is the fact that we got to hear like 4 different Seolas through this. And it makes me so happy because through no fault of Seola or the rest of the members, when you're in a 10-member group, it's not very often that you get a lot of chances to show off your different vocals. Usually, it's like one type of song on an album. You say there's like 5 songs on an album. Every single song maybe is going to require a little bit of a different vocal texture from Seola. The fact that we got to hear the entire kaleidoscope of voices in one setting is so nice because her voice is so nice to listen to. Let's go back to the beginning. Because I think the lead-in for this is so... How many times have I said so nice? But the panning synths, left and right. It's this. You almost think that, like, because it's starting off with kind of like a synthy element, it's gonna be pretty digital. Nah, you take it away, it goes super nice and like almost delicate in the way, white noise to wash out the synth, bring in acoustic guitar strumming. You can hear the strums every single time, and then you have Seola's vocals, the little that's got this nice reverb. It's almost like she's singing out and you're hearing her in this dark void of nothingness. And I think it's that little detail is so cool. Little drum fill to bring it in. It's still very light though. It's light. It's not very heavy. There's some bass to it, but it's not heavy. her voice is in that kind of lower range, so she's not putting a whole bunch of power in it. It's kind of like setting the mood, if you will. And then as her voice goes up, you bring in the electric instruments now instead of the acoustic guitar. And then her use of kind of like alternating between the breathy high tone and the powerful high tone, or mid-high tone and mid-high tones, I think is so cool. It's just like, it's almost conversational in a way where she kind of snaps back and forth. Take it back down again. That little second vocal part, how the vocal part kind of slowly steps down the scale super softly, it almost goes undetected if you don't go looking for it, and I think that's very cool. Yeah. It's the fact that this first half of the chorus, the main vocal isn't the main vocal part, is super cool to me. Like, With or Without You is almost treated like an ad-lib, like the main part that front and center Seola is singing. The fact that, you know, the... like, that almost becomes the primary vocal part. And I think that's really cool. Again, it's another contrast thing. You have the kind of lower, more mysterious vocal carrying the melodic top line, so to speak. And then you have punchy, powerful solo vocals almost providing the ad-libs. And then the roles switch in the second half of the chorus, right? And then switch it. Then bring in the kind of reverby, softer vocals. Her voice gets naturally softer as the post-chorus finishes. Bass also slowly fades away as the post-chorus ends. The progression through the song, just from point A to point B, is so clean and it's so easy to listen to. And that chorus is spectacular. I love this chorus so much. I'm going to listen to it again because I can. And instrumentally, it's actually a quite complex chorus too, because it's got almost every single instrumental part that goes in throughout any point in the song and mashes them together. But it doesn't sound too busy. It's all working together. It's all very subtle. And then the second verse kicks in. Alright, I think that's enough with the title track. Let's move on to the B-side, shall we? Track number 2, this is Let's Talk parentheses Loneliness. Lyrics by Jingi and Yuta of Full Bloom and Miss Seola. Composition Gloryface and Jingi from Full Bloom as well as Seola. Very cool that she got into the composition side of things as well. And then Gloryface on our arrangements. This is going to be new for me. Again, starting with the kind of acoustic guitar element. Hello background vocals. I genuinely don't know what direction the song is supposed to be going. It's kind of like keeping me suspended in nothingness at the moment. Chorus? Whoa! Okay, that is not the direction I expected this to go. no spicy chords. Again, the chorus has a lot going with the background vocal part. Ooh, really quick panning there. Rapper Seola? Rapper Seola accompanied by the gorgeous background vocals? Purposely pausing before the chorus like that is a really interesting touch. I'm not quite sure how I feel about it. Because a part of me is like, oh, the break is very much needed to prepare, but also it's like, I want to ride the groove train a little bit. Well, this album certainly is not shying away from the very pretty background vocals, is it? There's a lot of vocal work going on in this, a surprising amount. And I don't know if whose directive or creative decision that was, but I applaud them for it. I love the amount of vocals we get from, especially considering this is just a solo artist doing it. You're guaranteed, like we're 2 songs in, and we're 2 for 2 on getting a lot of like meaty vocal sections going in where there's just a very well put together vocal chord going on. Chord as in multiple notes, not vocal chord. But the kind of clubby, kind of dancey vibe to it. It's a little bit like mysterious and a little bit kind of under the radar. Maybe that's not the right way to phrase it, or the right phrase to use. But it's a little bit subdued. It's not all up in your face clubby, but it's got the groove of one that could be. And I think what's really cool about Seola doing the solo thing is her vocal range is actually quite fitting for a solo artist, I feel like, because her vocal range is pretty big. Like, she can do the really kind of punchy high notes, but her kind of mysterious lower tone is also very nice, and I feel like maybe not as utilized as it could be. It's like 우주소녀 has a decent number of members that can pull off the lower vocals, but because it's got a lot of vocalists in the group who can also do the really high notes, I feel like the low notes don't really get as much attention as they could. And so to have someone with the vocal range like Seola kind of show off both ends of the spectrum is so cool. Because I definitely feel like I haven't really heard Seola have this much vocal freedom on a group 우주소녀 track before. And again, it all comes down to having to share line distribution with 9 or 12 other members, right? This is nice. This is nice. I like this. And then one last one to go. Track number 2, No Girl. Lyrics by Miss Seola and Brother Sue. Same on composition and arrangements. Miss Seola getting involved with every single part of the creative process. Okay, I see you. Oh, get tasty with the production. So it's not a ballad. Again, with the low vocals to start. But very tasty keyboard line in the background. what a groove. Hello. And again, she's showing off the full range of vocals that she's able to do. The breathy high tones, the punchy high tones, the kind of almost sultry low tones. But the beat is so smooth. In fact, this entire album is super smooth. You got me with the little sidestep there. Peep the background vocals again. Love the layering there in that, but on this section here. Because they're almost treating the background vocals in the chorus kind of like a synthesizer, a separate synthesizer. Love that we've gone really low with the bass now. Really cool on the vocal. Really cool on the vocal filtering there to finish too. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, No Girl's a little bit tasty. No Girl's a little bit tasty indeed. It's, again, got the kind of energetic, like, clubby type vibe to it. But that top line, the top line for this entire album, just full stop, is really nice. It's surprisingly easy to listen to. I didn't think that would be the way I described it, as, like, this album is easy to listen to. She was part of a sub-unit that did easy, wasn't she? I miss Ujusonya the Black. Anyways, non sequitur. Yeah, it's like the album is pretty consistent from beginning to end in terms of like what type of music you're getting, the kind of comfortableness of all the songs in terms of how you can listen to them, or the listenability of every song is very consistent throughout. The kind of Seola you get throughout the album is super consistent in that you get a lot of Seola in many different varieties. And yet the album feels like it's very in sync with itself, if that makes sense. I do wonder how like explorative she can get with her solo music. I don't know how often we're gonna get solo stuff like this moving forward. But like, this is all kind of the snappy, almost dance-like, especially with, you know, Let's Talk and No Girl, all both kind of have that like danceability to it. Without You, to an extent, I think could have that, but it's still kind of a punchy song, right? All three of them, very much kind of in a similar ballpark in terms of how albums are structured. So I do wonder which direction she can go, or like what is the possible range of sounds the Seola is capable of pulling off, because from the various stuff that we've checked out from her doing solo stuff like special singles and OSTs and stuff, she's got some range. But No Girl, I think the production for No Girl might be my favorite, because they didn't shy away from the production side of things, but it doesn't feel like they overdid it. I mean, the final like outro section is all produced, I think, right? There wasn't, yeah, I think it was pretty much mostly like post-production vocals. But even still, it kept switching the styles up. It was almost like conversational between like the megaphone one and the telephone one, which I think is super cool. It's like two very distinctly different ways where you can communicate with somebody. Loud and brash through a megaphone, or personal and up close through a cell phone. Kind of like that. I still do think Without You might still have to take the cake, though, track of the album for me, just because Without You, it might be just because I have a lot of time put into that song as well, but it's just a very nice song to listen to. As for the rest of the Ujun camp, what is happening right now in the Ujusoño camp? Sola is doing Pyramid Game, right? because Gyuri is announced as one of the characters, and I saw that making the rounds on social media. Um, Dayoung is completing every single side quest under the sun at the moment. Yeonjung is doing a musical again, right? Unso recently got her profile photos for actressing, right? Is she under King Kong then? I'm assuming. Uh, what else? What else is there happening in the Uju land at the moment? I know Luda has been posting some stuff about like the first episode or something, which has been really cool. And I don't know what's happening with Elzup, so that covers Yoram. Actually, I don't know what she's been up to recently. Same with Soob. Dawn's just doing Dawn things. That's everyone, right? Xe, Xe's uncertain. Sola, we just covered Sola's stuff. Bona's actressing. Soob. Soob, question mark. Didn't she also do a musical recently? And then Luda's possibly having some kind of solo thing coming up. Dawn is just doing Dawn things. Unso is looking into the acting thing. Dayoung is completing side quests. Yoram, last I heard from her was Elzup stuff, and then Yeonjung was doing musicals. Yeah, that's all 10 members. I got it. I got there eventually. Yeah, Ujusonya, 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 Ujusonya. I really do wonder what Starship are going to do with them this year, though. I genuinely do. Because they have so much talent, and the music they have historically put out has been so good, but we haven't had the joy of enjoying that since last sequence? No wait. Was last sequence their last group era? Oh my god. Gosh, that's blown my mind a little bit. Oh man, okay. Yeah, hopefully we get Group Ujusonya content at some point in any capacity. I don't really care what happens. I just want more Ujusonya music. You know what? Oh, give me a Ujusonya the Black comeback, man. Like Chokome got one. Give me a Ujusonya the Black comeback, man. Oh, what? Like all four members are still under Starship, right? Sola is there, Bona is there, and so is there. And Xy's there. Yeah. Yeah, give us a Ujusonya the Black comeback. I think that'd be so cool. Anyways, I'm going to stop waffling and save y'all's times. Thank you all for listening along with me. Hopefully you enjoyed it as much as I did. One last request from me today. Let us work together as a community to bring a little bit of extra happiness back into the world, whether it be checking with your friends and family, holding the door open for somebody, or even picking up a piece of trash off the street. Just a one small act of kindness that may brighten up someone else's day to day. And know that wherever you are in the world, should you ever be going through a tough time in your life, for whatever reason it may be, even though I'm just some guy in the internet who waffles about music in his free time, know that I will always be a friend, an ally, and a shoulder to lean on whenever you need me. So take care of yourselves, take care of each other, spread the love, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.